Hello, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you will be listening to this program. Welcome to this episode of The Minute of the African Investor in America. I would like just to remind you that our programs will be in French or English, depending on our guest, depending on the topic too, and our audience. Today we are going to receive our guest, an African who has been living in the US for many, many years. And today he's going to share us his experience as an entrepreneur, as a business person in America. So stay tuned and listen to our interview as he's sharing his wonderful experience, and he will give you some advices on how to make it in America as a business person, how to grow your business. So I'll call him right now and then enjoy as we listen. Hello. Good afternoon, Akwasi.
Good afternoon.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today for our show. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. It's doing very well. Thank you for asking.
Yes, thank you for your time. We know how people are very busy in America, and to get 10 or 15 minutes of somebody and a business person like you, we know it's a big sacrifice.
You're welcome.
Okay, so today you are our guest. Thank you very much. So we would like to learn from you, from your experience as an African in America. First of all, people, the audience would like to know you. If you can take some few minutes, they would like to know, but who is Akwasi? Who is he, and what is his story here in the U.S.?
Okay. Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for all your audience for your interest in participating in this session here. As you've heard, my name is Akwasi Oppong, and I'm originally from Ghana. I live in the United States, and I have been here in the United States for several years. I've actually even stopped counting, but I think I've been here for about 25 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, it is a very long time.
Very, very long time. For some of us, we are like, are we going to reach 25 years?
Well, you will. And, I always make a joke that when I meet people in America, they ask you, where are you from? And I say, Ghana. And when I go to Ghana and I talk, people say, where are you from? And now I don't even know where I'm from.
Yeah, Ghanaian American.
Yes. So I came here actually, I was a young adult, and one of the first things I did when I came to America was to put myself through college.
Yes.
Because when I came here, I didn't have my college degree. So I was working full time. I put myself through college, and the best college I could find was a state college, which was very decent in terms of the courses I was interested in taking. So
yes.
I worked full time, put myself through college, and then during that time, one of the goals was to decide what I really wanted to do.
Yes.
And I had a little bit of limitations in terms of the courses I want in the university I found. I realized if I wanted to move to another university, it was going to cost me more money.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to just stick with what I had at the time, get my degree in, and then also decide what other courses I can take to help me sharpen my skills. So I pursued a degree in communications and web design.
Yes.
Those were the two I did, and it was new media communication, communicating through the internet, and also using online tools to communicate with people, and also with audience. So once I graduated, I was still working, doing all kinds of jobs. I worked for a company where I did production, I did quality assurance, gave me an opportunity to do an internship in their business office, which was very, very good. That was where I started using my skills in web design to design online surveys for sales professionals, which is really, really interesting. So I think just to give you that introduction, I really have always been interested in, looking for opportunities, but making use of what I already have.
Yes.
Because sometimes we think of something out there that we don't have. But I realized at the time that there's a community college 2 miles down my street, a state college 2 miles down my street. I could go there, get my degree, and then build on that. Because at that time, I realized just having the degree was the first step.
Yes.
So I put effort into doing that. Now, as I go along, I'll tell you a lot of other things. But right now, I work for myself as a website designer.
Yes.
And I also work full-time in global marketing with Hilton Hotels.
Yes, thank you very much, Akwasi. So I think people already heard you're doing in art, designing, and communication. So I will just go straight to the point because as Africans in America, it's clear that starting a business is not easy. And you went to college. We assume going to college, the goal was to get a job. But why did you decide to start your own business? Were you not scared as an African to start a business in America, the big America? Like, wow, you saw your country of birth and you come here. Why did you decide to start your own business?
Okay, it's interesting. I think that for a lot of us, some people are entrepreneurs, some people are happy working for a company. And I didn't realize I like both. But I must say there was a time where my family, we had moved from Massachusetts to the Washington, D.C. area.
Yes.
And I came here with a job. I'd gotten a job. By the time I moved here, the company said they had changed directions and they were not going to continue the hiring process.
Oh.
So within that time, one of the things I did was I actually built a website.
Yes.
And the goal of the website was to do an errand business where I run errands for people.
Yes.
I think maybe that's what today we call Instacart or whatever you call it, where people do things for you. So if you want me to pick up your laundry, I'll do that. If you want me to, go mail letters for you or take your car to do oil change or servicing. So I had a beautiful website done. I laid out all my rates, how to contact me and everything.
Yes.
And guess what? I only got 1 or 2 calls. Actually, it was 2 calls. A bank called me from Chicago for me to go and present some certificates for an investment project for them in Germantown. So they needed somebody in Germantown to take checks. I think it was a check for like $25,000, but you have to take it to them at the bank at a certain time. And they found me to be a person. So I went and did that. They paid for it. I also got a call from a lady who wanted to move 2 items from one house to the other. Yes. So guess what? After that, all the calls I got were people saying, I like your website. Can you build one for me?
Oh, that's great.
And I said,
and I hope as people are listening, they'll start calling you too. Like, hey, I've been thinking of, creating a website. I didn't know I could tell to my brother or my African brother to start a website for me, or even train me to start a website, because I think you are already at the level of even training people.
That's right. Yeah. So, if some of you are interested, my website is www.web. That's web-this.com.
Okay.
It's web-this.com.
Yes. All this information, just for our audience, all this information are going to be shared beyond the link so that they can contact you anytime to reach you or learn more.
That's right. So to answer the question you posed, that, sometimes circumstances will lead you, and if you listen to what your passions are, it will open the right doors. The fact that I did something by creating a site to even run a business opened me up to the people knowing that I have that skill for building websites. So that's what started bringing people in, and it became word of mouth. People kept referring me to other people, and it has its own challenges, of course. When I started, for the first few weeks, I wasn't getting a whole lot of customers, but I made sure that I went out there to look for customers.
Oh, yes.
One of the things that I did was sometimes I'll go to the African stores and look at they have a notice board where people put their business cards.
Yes.
I will look through the business cards. Every business card with no website on it, I'll take it.
That's a good strategy.
That's right.
That was a good strategy, really.
And some also had websites, but I'll go to the website and look at it and say, this website doesn't look good. I can make it better.
Yeah.
So I'll bring it home, sit down and call them and say, oh, I see you have a wonderful business. You have a hair braiding business, but you don't have a website. You could use one. And, I'll call another person at church and say, look, you have a church. You don't have a website. Can I build one for you? I'll make a template for you to see. If you like it, we'll move forward. If you don't want it, it's okay. Anytime you need me in the future, just give me a call. And guess what? It started working. It started working. More and more people were calling. And I also put an ad in African restaurants and African grocery stores.
Yes.
I put a lot of ads there. I'll print out an ad that says, need a website, call Kwasi, and I put my phone number. Very simple.
That's very great. That's great.
Yeah.
And I like what you said. It worked because it's actually, it worked. And if it worked, it means we can reproduce it. We can learn from it. Actually, I'm learning a lot. This is a good, these are good tips I can learn to grow my own business or own services. That's really interesting. So as quickly, listening to you, somebody might think, oh, it was easy. He went to college, came out of college, but okay, he started his business, did this, it worked. What are the challenges you went through? I assume there were some challenges. And a lot of us Africans in the US, we are scared sometimes of starting a business because we are afraid of risk, challenges, maybe we are afraid of failures. What are the challenges you went through, and how did you overcome them?
Well, thank you very much, Herve. So first of all, to let you know, let's just start by saying there are going to be challenges.
Yes.
So let's just start right there.
Yes.
But one of the things that I want everyone to understand, that your passion to run your business has to be bigger than the challenges.
That's it. That's an interesting quote. I think we can quote that as a business professional quote.
Yes. You have to be so passionate about getting people's website done, or braiding people's hair, or starting your own travel company, whatever you are into it, your passion. My passion was so big that I was willing to do free draft sites for people. I'll do a free draft for you. You look at it. Sometimes I'll spend 2 to 3 days working on it, and they will say, no, we don't want it. And I still have to go find another person and start all over.
Yes.
There'll be rejection, there'll be disappointments, but your passion to get all of this has to be greater.
Exactly.
The second thing also is that you have to believe in yourself. These are things that college will not teach you. College won't teach you passion. College won't teach you to believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. But you have to believe that the service or the product or the business you're starting, there are people out there who want the service.
Yes.
If you have that belief, it's going to open doors. It's faith. That is actually faith. The belief you have, passion you have about what your business is will really bring a lot of people to you. It will open doors for you. So that's the thing I'll start. So the question you asked about the challenges, there will be challenges. There will be
Sure.
But definitely your belief and your passion should be bigger than them.
Interesting, very much. So I just want to recall what you just said. Passion and believing in yourself are two critical things, strength that will help anyone start a business, grow a business, overcome challenges, and then succeed.
That's right.
Yes. Okay. So thank you very much for time to share. I'm sure I'm going to invite you for one or other sessions because you have a lot of experience and a lot of areas where you can share, not just the business area. You were talking about faith. You can also help a lot who are having faith challenges. Do you have like one or two words before we end the interview today for our audience?
That's right. And I just want to run through a few things here. A couple of things I also want to say is that understand your audience.
Yes.
You have to know who your audience are. If you don't audience, it will be a challenging process of reaching your audience. The next thing I'll say also is learn about your industry. If you're in web design, get online, get on some blogs, get to know other web designers, understand the industry and what is going on in the industry. Also, find some mentors, people who know more than you, and get together with them every so often to learn from them. And then finally, find also people that you can model. Who are you modeling? And when I say modeling, you can be modeling some kind of people who have better designs or ideas than you, or you can also model, your mentor. And these things will really help to make you a very successful businessman.
Wow. Great ideas. And your advices are so great that I just outlined like 6 points. We can have like 6 success tips to succeed in one's business in America. Thank you very much for being our guest today, for participating and sharing this beautiful experience about how you succeeded in your business in America. Okay, so
thank you very much too for having me.
You're welcome. So your information will be shared on the video so that people can contact you, connect with you if they need website design or art design, communication design, or they need your services or in any kind.
Great. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, as you heard, our friend and brother Akwasi shared 6 beautiful, interesting tips on how we can make it as Africans here in the US, as how we can succeed in our businesses. I would just want to recall it before ending this session. Have passion, have faith, know your audience, learn your industry, have mentors, and model others. If you apply these tips, for sure your business will start, grow, and thrive in the middle of any challenges in the US. Don't miss our next episode of The African Entrepreneur in America. See you next time.